Hello violinists, welcome to Prime Strings. I'm Henriette and today is day 8 of the Virtual Violin Practice Playalong. Today we're going to explore further our bow exercises, our left hand exercises. We're going to really get into the D major scale, and from there we're going to do some more improvisation. Today we're going to need a very well rosined bow. So if you haven't already rosined your bow, please give it a good rosin over right now because we need it later. So let's get all your things together and let's get started. So let's get you tuned up first. Here is your A. E. D. Playing our tuning with two notes together. So we're going to play the A and E strings together. And A and D. We're going to start today without our bow, so let's put your bow down, and I want you to get your violin really nicely up on your shoulder. So this button here, stick it in that corner, that little dent in your neck, and now slide it up to the side, across your collarbone. It goes up until your jaw here is on the chin rest, and then we're going to try and hold this violin with no hands. We're just going to see how long you can hold it like this. Okay, take a little break. Let's get your head up and down and sideways. And then we'll try it again. Let's hold it for 3 counts this time, shall we? So really on your side. Make sure that you're not here, but it's really on the side, close to your ear. 1, 2, 3. Very good. Now this time let's see if you can hold it for 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Well done. Okay, let's find our nice stance that we had in the last couple of lessons. And now can you hold it for 10 and wriggle on your length? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, and you can hold it again. That is awesome work, and you really strengthen those muscles at the back of your neck, and that is going to help you a lot with your left hand playing, because your left hand can then be more independent. So let's pick up the bow. And we're going to do our bow exercises next. And today we're going to start in the middle of the bow. Let's just practice the bowing only on an open D string. And I'm going to play 4 short notes and then 2 half bows. And those bows, I want you to go quite fast with the bow, and I want them to be perfectly straight. So be very careful that you don't by accident let your hand go to the side and you bow like that, you see, because then you lose the control of your bow. So set your bow in the middle. In fact, we might go and start on the G string. Okay, so you see that my stance is flexible, my shoulders are down, and 4 super short bows, and then 2 notes all the way to the point with the straight bow. 1. Let's practice that again, shall we? You might know this as peanut butter sandwich. That makes it a lot easier for a lot of people to play. So very short bows in the middle, off you go, and... Okay, try it one more time. Make sure those 2 notes, the sandwich notes shall we call them, are to the point and perfectly straight. And peanut butter. And so let's repeat it a couple of times. On the G string still, and... Great! Now let's go to the D string, shall we? Do the same thing. Perfect bowing this time if you can. And... Let's go to the A string now. That should get easier as you go on a higher string. So A, here we go, and... Awesome. And the E string, starting in the middle, and... Yes, be careful, we'll do this one once more because I have a feeling someone is still going like that. So let's try that. Push your bow arm straight in front of you like that. So avoid this sort of movement and you want to go further forwards. 1, and... Awesome exercise. Let's carry on now on the A string and let's do it again. Really good. D string is next. Started in the middle. That's it. Very good. And now we'll go on the G string, and these are going to be your best ones. And you might watch your bow, watch what's going on right here. And that is always interesting to look at, because there's a lot to be seen there. 1, and... That is very, very good. So let's put your bow down now, and we're playing some left hand pizzicato like we've done it before. So you stick your left thumb in the corner there, you bring your elbow under the violin, your fingers go up and over, look how high above the fingerboard my fingers are. And now with my pinky I'm going to pluck the G string. Let's do 4 times each string, shall we? 1, your ring finger is for the D string. Your middle finger is for the A string. And your index finger is for the E string. Good. Give your elbow a nice swing. And swing it under. And then we'll go back to the G string once more. D, A string, E string, very good, well done. Good practice there, stretching your shoulder and stretching so that your elbow comes under the violin. Brilliant. Let's put the violin down now and pick up the bow. And we're going to start today with an absolutely beautiful bow hold. So make sure your middle finger and your thumb are opposite one another. Just revise that bow hold so you have a nice space here between your index finger and your middle finger. And you also have a nice space between your ring finger and your little finger. And your little finger is on the side edge there. Okay, so let's now have the bow upright today. And what we're going to try and do is create some flexibility in your fingers here. If I move the bow up towards the ceiling, can you bend your fingers? And now let's move the bow down towards the ground. And now then I want you to try and stretch your fingers. And then we're going up again, bend your fingers, and go down again, stretch your fingers. So up, bend, down, stretch, up, bend, down, straighten. And that movement, let's see if you can do it a bit quicker, like that. That movement is going to be very important in the more advanced bowing technique. So if you can take that in right now, you set yourself up for success down the line, and that is always a good thing. In violin playing, we so often work ahead of our time. So you are at a given level, and then you're practicing the techniques that are required for the level up. So that's why we're often doing these exercises. And that is just preparation for what is to come. So if you can do this, bend as you go up, straighten as you go down. Very, very nice. Okay, let's pick up your violin again now. So now we're going to play our D major scale with a peanut butter sandwich bowing. And even if you're an advanced player, you may want to play along with me today, because this is an exercise which will be very useful at any level of violin playing. So I'm going to play it like this. I'm going to start in the middle on the D, and I'm going to play peanut butter sandwich, and then the next note. And so I'm going to carry on. A peanut butter sandwich on every note of the scale. So when you're ready, let's get ready in the middle of the bow. 1, 2, 3, 4. Peanut butter. Lovely job. Let's play the arpeggio next, and let's make our bows extra long today and make them as smooth and flowing as you can manage. 1, 2, 3. Lovely, well done. So now you've got the notes of the D major scale and the D major arpeggio properly in your head. Let's go ahead and get started with our improvisation. So I'm going to play you a tune which has 4 counts in, and I would like you to copy that if you can. So we're starting easy and then we're gradually going to make it a little bit more difficult. And what we're going to try and do is I play my tune, then you play yours, then I continue straight away, then it's your turn. And so we're going to try and keep bouncing off each other without any stoppages this time. So I'll play you this. So, that was very well done. I'm hoping you've been able to keep up with me there. So you've noticed sometimes I have played different things and at other times I've played the same thing again. I hope that you will have spotted that. And then I hope you've also noticed that I was using quite a lot of the notes of the D arpeggio. So I can't remember exactly, but I think I started off like a scale. So I'm hoping that in your go, you may have been thinking something like, oh, it goes like a scale. And then I went up, I think, if I remember rightly. So that was again a scale-like pattern, and it was a tone higher from how I'd done it before. And after that, we started to do some more arpeggio patterns, didn't we? So that is just D's and an A, isn't it? I'm hoping that you start to think in that sort of pattern. So we're going to try it one more time. This time I shall make up some different tunes. So see if you can focus your thoughts and ask yourself the question, are we playing scales or are we playing arpeggios? Here we go. Did you spot that this last one was the exact same one as in our previous improvisation? Well done. You will have noticed, hopefully, that this time it consisted of mostly scale patterns. Let's play another improvisation now. Here's a little giveaway. I'm starting at the top of the D scale. Wow, this one was maybe a little bit easier than the two previous ones, wasn't it? So we're going to do our last one today. And this time again, I'm going to start at the top of the D scale. Here we go. You've made such good progress with your improvisations. Of course, I'm making it slightly easier again today, but tomorrow we'll push that forward again, and then we'll make it a little bit easier again, push it forward another step. So every time you move your boundaries a little bit. So really well done. I hope you've enjoyed it as well. And we're coming to a stage, probably in the next lesson, where we are going to be let loose again, so you can play whatever you want in your time of your improvisation, and then it becomes a real proper improvisation where you can do whatever is in your head. So now that you're properly warmed up, get your normal music out and see if you can work as hard as you possibly can on all the pieces that your own teacher has set you. So I'm hoping that you will be joining me in day 9, but for now, very well done and goodbye. Thank you.